It's going to be on. We're on right now. Well, good afternoon. We're going to get started here in just a couple minutes. And it's good to see you all again. It's been a long time since we were on doing a live show. We're going to get started here in just a second. Hey, good afternoon. It's good to see you all again. It's been a long time since we've done anything like this. It's not that I haven't been busy. I'll tell you about some of the things we've been up to, but it's been fun to be working with people again out on the road. We were gone for a few weeks. As I taught at a Bible school for three weeks this winter. Many of you remember a wedding that we had coming up, and I have a picture for you, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the future here we're going to talk about. But I am having fun being back in the store again. This morning was actually fun. My son is up here, or his son is back from cooking at Bible school for 3 weeks, and he has his girlfriend visiting. And so we were showing her how the long arm quilting machine works this morning. And they're out there having fun quilting on it right now. But it was just fun to be able to actually start doing things again. You know, one of the things that I miss about my job now, as opposed to a few years ago, is that I spend a lot of my time here in my office, or on the phone, or on the road, coming out and doing service work. And I enjoy that part of being out there helping people, but I miss being with people and helping people in the store and actually making projects with my hands. It's one thing that I find that I end up doing on my days off is I go home and I just want to do something that I can see. You know, that's more than just numbers on paper or an email or a phone call, which is as important as those are. I still crave, as you do, the fun and the enjoyment of creating something that is tangible. And so I'm hoping to be able to do more of that. Hey, Dana, way to contact us way from Arizona. It's good to see you. Hopefully see you up here again this summer. Hey, Linda, Elaine. So what I'd like to do is talk about a few things that we got going here, and give you a little news of what's happening. One of the things that I have had to do is, because we've been so busy, I've had to determine, am I going to spend a lot more time here on online digital media, or am I going to spend more of my focus on the customers who are in my store and the people that I have invested in our store around us. And I've been torn that way, because I enjoy these videos. I enjoy teaching classes. I have fun doing that, but it's been difficult to be torn both directions. There's a reason I'm not letting you see the rest of my desk, because there's a lot of work down here that is just waiting for me to get caught up on. But I'm looking forward to maybe doing these a little bit more regularly. I'm hoping to maybe do it every 2 weeks to a month and kind of keep you up to date with what we have going on here at the store. And right now I had to do it quick today, and so I'm doing it here in my office, but I want to set up and start doing it out in the shop and doing more demonstrations of machines and some tutorials, some tips and tricks that I have found that can be helpful for y'all in your sewing at home. So a couple things I want to do. I want to talk to you about. One of the news that has happened is Lorraine is married. You know, thank you so many of you who have shown love to her, and we are looking forward to having her back here. She is hoping to start returning here part-time in April. We will see how long that lasts, but she is looking forward to that. And they're back from their honeymoon now, and we had them over to our place for a meal here this weekend. And it was fun to see their beaming faces. And unfortunately, they were welcomed home with a stomach flu bug. Yeah, exactly. What a way to start out. But they're very happily in love, and we are looking forward to seeing more of them in the future. I have 2 new employees that have started working at the store here just since January. And they're too shy to be on camera right now. So I'm going to sneak some pictures, and we will introduce them to you here, probably either on Facebook, well, also on Facebook, but some on our website as well. hopefully in the next couple of weeks. One of them is is Lorraine's sister-in-law, Hannah. She started working here, and also my niece, Alicia. They both started working here back in January to make time for Lorraine to be able to take off for her wedding. You'll be seeing them more in the shop over the summer months, as they're going to be working here pretty regularly all year. So a couple of new things that are coming up here. All Minnesota Shop Hop is coming up. We're starting that on Saturday. We have all the fabrics, almost all the fabrics in stock. And we have the magazines, that we've had them here for quite a while. But the other thing is that you can start getting your passports and your little fabrics swatch from us this Saturday. Now, one of the things is that we're celebrating this year is come May, the middle of May, I will have been fixing sewing machines for 25 years. It was 25 years ago that we started. I started fixing sewing machines for Knut and Lucy Nosted at the Vac and Sew Center in downtown Bemidji. It was just a vacuum center at that time. And I'm hoping to see if Lucy would be willing to come on the air with me and tell you some of the crazy stories of when we started out, but some of the fun things that happened there. But our swatch that you're going to get is commemorating our 25th anniversary of serving you here in northern Minnesota. So we're looking forward to that. At the All Minnesota Shop Hop, we are giving away 2 prizes. One is a grand prize. If you finish the state, you get entered into the drawing for one of our $3,000 cutting tables. And so that is going to be something that is very valuable. And if you're interested in one of those in your home, now you know a way to get one for free. You know, you just have to visit every single one of the stores that are participating in the Shop Hop this year, and you will be able to get entered for that drawing. If you finish just the northwestern section, I believe, that we are in, if you finish just that section, we're going to be giving away a $750 sewing machine to someone in that section. So let's say I can't visit all 73 stores. Hey, Mickey, looking forward to you in about a month. Oh, good to see you again. But yeah, so we're going to be giving away one of those sewing machines. It's a great portable machine. It's the Janome 3160. It's been popular for about 10 years now for people who want something portable, lightweight, but also robust enough to do their regular sewing on. And it comes with an extension table, walking foot, 1/4-inch foot, thread cutter, needle threader, everything else like that. So those are things that we're giving away for that. The question I have for you is, some stores are doing door prizes, where we have a whole bunch of little trinkets and gadgets here at the store. Would you like to see us do some of those things as well, just for people that come into our store? My concern with that is, okay, so you win a $5 item. Are you going to want to pay shipping? Let's say you're from southern Minnesota. Are you going to want to pay shipping to have it shipped down there, or are you going to want to come the whole way back to the store? That's one of the concerns I have about doing door prizes. You know, I don't want to give away a prize and someone feels like it's not really worth coming back for it. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. So a couple of new things that are coming up here. We have a handy quilter event coming up, and that's what I was saying. Mickey Chapelaire is going to be one of our educators again. She and Adam are coming back this year for the Mickey and Adam show, which is, someone has said they're the Sonny and Cher of the quilting world, and it's been a lot of fun having them here last year. I wanted to show you how to register for it. If you go to our website, there are 2 classes, and the one here, the one on the left, is the workshop. Now, that is designed primarily for people who are getting started. You know, people who are maybe interested in trying this out before maybe they're looking to buy something, but also those maybe who just purchased the machine and they're trying to figure out how to get started. It's 2 days of very intensive classes, but it's a lot of fun. And it's neat to see all the things that people's eyes go, aha, you know, because they get that. And we, Mickey and Adam do a wonderful job of making it fun and entertaining. But that is the Monday or the Tuesday, Wednesday class is completely sold out, and there's only about 10 seats left in the Friday and Saturday class. Now, the one just to the right of it, that is a Pro Stitcher Advanced class. and that is for people who've already had Pro Stitcher for a bit and they want to dig a little deeper. So keep that in mind as something you may want to consider registering for, because it's going to be full probably, if we continue the way we have been, it's going to be full probably by the end of the week. So keep that in mind. One of the things that was pretty special is just the other day, I got uh, uh, a prize from Handy Quilter. I did not realize this, but we won the top 25 Dealer of the Year's awards for this year. And it has been a blessing to be able to represent Handy Quilter in this way. You know, we've had some tough times this past year. We had a couple machines that it took us a long time to figure out what was going on. But what I love about Handy Quilter is they stuck with me, and we worked through it, and we worked through it, and they couldn't figure out what was going wrong. I couldn't figure out what was going wrong. Finally, we found it. It was a ground wire that engineering thought that we needed, but service showed we didn't. And we were able to find it because they stuck with us. Oops, I don't know if I cut myself out there. It was a real blessing to be able to work with them, do this through this. And this is what I love about working with Handy Quilters. Not only do they have my back as a dealer, but they have your back as a customer. And so they've been really good to work with in that time. And I'm proud and honored to be able to be a part of that. So that's what we got going there. Another thing that we have coming up here is this summer we're going to be doing an embroidery event again. We have not done one of these since just before COVID. And we had a little one that wasn't, a lot of people were still nervous and scared about coming out to it, and so we didn't do that. But this year we are doing the OESD, Oklahoma Embroidery Supply and Design, Embroidery Garden, or a garden party, excuse me. We're doing the OESD Garden Party, and it is a fun collection of 6 designs. Let me show you what they are, and then I'll talk a little bit more about them. And I should also say, the reason we picked this project series is because we want this to be twofold. We actually have 2 events. One is going to be for people who do not have embroidery machines, but would love to play with them for a day to kind of find out about them. Maybe they've had an older little dinky one, but they've seen some of the new stuff and they want to try something. Or maybe they've never had an embroidery machine, but they keep hearing about it and they would like to try it. That's going to be for one event for those people. And then those of you who already have your machine, but you want to learn some new techniques, you want to just have fun being out again and doing embroidery parties, that is going to be for you guys. And these are the projects we're going to be doing. It's going to be 6 projects in here, and they all have different techniques that they teach. The first one is going to be a lined apron pocket. We're going to show you how to create the design on the pocket. The pocket is completely lined inside and out, and then how the machine actually sews that pocket onto an apron for you. So it's pretty cool, and all the supplies are provided for all of these projects. So that's one project. Another project is a 3-dimensional freestanding placeholder. And this one is going to be one that you see the name that Jane is on there, and you're actually going to be able to put your name on there, and you're going to be able to save this design and go back and change the names so that if you want to do these for your own little garden party at home, you're going to be able to do it. And it's just a fun little design, but it teaches you some more skills in freestanding designs. And one of the things that OESD does is they're fabulous for their freestanding lace. And if you come to this event, you're going to see some tremendous examples of the villages. They have whole Christmas villages done in freestanding lace. They have freestanding designs like little night lights and stuff that you can use. It's really, really cool, some of the freestanding things they do. Another really simple design, but it's fun, is a little joy bunting. You can put this on the top of a cake, or you can put it in the edge of your plants in your garden or on your windowsill, wherever you want. That's going to be another project. Third one is a luminary project. And this is going to be, there's a little gauze piece that's not the right word I'm looking for. Chiffon? I don't know. Help me out here. And but we're going to be able to, you're going to be embroidering on that, and then it goes around one of these glass jars, and when you put the little pixie lights or something like that inside, it gives a nice little night light, a little luminary for you in your bathroom or wherever else you want that to be. And then also is the ruffled mug rug. This is a new technique. We've done mug rugs for years. And so a mug rug is a mug rug, and we make them, we wash them, we use them again. But this one actually has a way of doing ribbon into a ruffled edge. And it's really kind of cool because it sews it in place for you. Really. Oh yeah, there. Thank you, Jan. It's organza. Thank you. I knew it wasn't gauze. That sounds like a medical term. But yeah, so this is the cool thing, that it's going to be a nice little mug rug that we can do there. And then lastly is a beehive dish towel. And this is a very simple project that we have, but it's going to be, again, for people who are just getting started, this is a way of them seeing what they can do with these machines. But and the hum of bees is the voice of the garden. That's what it says right around the middle there, if you're wondering what that is. And so it's a fun little project in there that we can do. So those are the projects that we're going to be doing, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I should just show you that if you're going to do this, if you go to our website and you click on the classes and you click on events, and then it comes up to these events that we have here. And just so that you know, this one says Embroidery Garden, or OESD Garden Party Embroidery Event. And then you have OESD Garden Party Owners Event. If you own your own machine, this is the one you want to come to. If you don't own a machine and you want to have fun playing with it and seeing what all the fun is about, you can come to this event. We're only going to have 2 people to a machine at the beginners event. Everyone that comes to that brings their own machine, they get to do it all by themselves. And so it's a lot faster and stuff for those people. That's why we're kind of dividing it up between the 2. But that is one of the fun things that we have coming up there. So that is some of the events we have coming. We also are in the works of planning our Kids Summer Sewing Camp again this year. We're looking at possibly doing 2 classes, one for the beginners and also for another one for those who have already completed the first series of classes, to have them do a quilt from picking out the fabrics, cutting it, putting it all together, and finishing their top in a week's time. And so we're looking at planning those as 2 different times right now, but stay tuned because we hope to have those registrations up for that in the next, I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks that we should have those up and we can start planning on them. Oh, by the way, back up. The OESD event is for the last week in June. It is for, let me just get here. It is for the 28th and the 29th is for the beginners. And the 30th through the July 1st is for the owners. So you can keep that in mind as you plan for that. And one last thing I wanted to point out here a little bit is one of the things we've done here is the world is changing a lot in the sewing machines. I don't know if many of you know this, but a lot of our dealers are getting older. When I started this, I was 20 years old, almost 21. And I remember going to these events. I was the youngest person, I think, there. And now I feel like I'm right kind of in the middle of the pack. But as I look around me, no, I'm still one of the youngest dealers at these events. A lot of times they're getting older, and a lot of people, as they're retiring, they're not finding anyone to take over their stores. Recently, TJ Elias, one of the biggest industrial machine distributors here in Minnesota, actually in the whole Midwest, closed down because they could not find a buyer. And with that, I have faced a lot of people wanting me to go out and start servicing factories and start servicing all these machines. And we have, as a store, have had to wrestle with how do we do this? Because who's going to supply some of these machine needs? You know, before I would just send people down to TJ Elias, go check it out with them. They stock them, they know them, they can take care of them. But I can't do that anymore. And so how do we find this balance? And so what we have done is we've actually started adding some industrial machines here, but we're not going to be servicing anything that we don't sell. And that's going to help kind of put a cap on how much demand is going to be on my time. The last I heard, I am the only person north of the Twin Cities that does on-site service. I'm the only one. And I can't do everybody. And so I have to find some way of saying, what am I going to do? What am I not going to do? So what we did is we added a few machines. We have about 4 of them in here. I just sold one yesterday and took it off the floor, and I haven't replaced it in there yet. I've actually, there's 5 machines. There's one in the back there I'm going to show you in a second. But it's everything from heavy duty machines that'll sew through a 1/2 inch of leather, to sergers, to blind hem, to just regular sewing machines. This is a machine that has been really popular with even my quilters. If you've ever used the Juki TL98E or the TL2010, those are portable machines, but they cost about $1,000, $1,100. This machine is not much more than that. It does sit in a table like this, but it goes up to 4,000 stitches a minute instead of 1,500. It cuts your thread, raises your presser foot, does your back stitch automatically for you if you want to, and you can raise and lower your presser foot with the foot pedal. It's an amazing machine. One of my customers bought one of these machines and she quickly dubbed it Mustang Sally. I think I'm going to try and cut some letters out for her so she can put that on the side of it. But it was just kind of fun because there's actually a 1/4 inch foot that will actually, that you can put your strip piecing up there and just fly through it. And it makes a beautiful straight stitch. It has an automatic oilers inside of it, and it is a high quality machine. And it's not that expensive. People look at this and they say, oh, probably $2,500 to $4,000. They're not, they're way overpriced. That's way overpriced. It is a whole lot cheaper than that. So I can't necessarily put my prices out here on the internet, but feel free to give us a call if you're interested in it, because sometimes we have a machine that does almost everything else that we want, but we want a machine that does nice straight stitching, because with quilting, that's 98% of what we do. And so this is a nice way of having a machine that does that very nicely and quickly. And some people are adding it to their arsenal in their sewing rooms. It does take a little more space because it comes with that table stand, everything else that's in there. But that's something that we've had to start doing there as well. So that is what we have for you in news today. We are still exploring some other projects that we would like to start doing more projects on a monthly basis. Keith is going to start working more with the scan and cut and getting those projects up. And we're going to hopefully start doing one of those a month. And we're also looking at doing an all-day embroidery class, so one per month. So that if you want to do some of these little more detailed designs, you live close enough to Midgey and you want to come on down here and join us for a day, by all means, feel free to do so. Just a reminder that the first Friday of every month is Open Sew Day. So if you are tired of sitting at home, you're getting cabin fever, stir crazy, maybe it's cabin crazy, I'm not sure. It might be both by this time with all the snow we've had. We're going to be inviting you to come down and join us on April 7th, because we're going to have Open Sew here again. Last time we had, I think, like 8 or 10 people. And it was just a lot of fun just to gather and sew with that. The one thing I am going to say as in closing here is Minnesota has had a lot of snow this winter. Last I saw when I looked online was that right now in the Bemidji area, we have about 5 inches of water sitting on top of our ground in the form of snow. And as that melts, we could end up with a lot of flooding. Some of you know I'm part of a Mennonite group that does a lot of cleanup after floodings and things like that. And last year we were helping with sandbagging up in International Falls and things like that. So if we have some serious flooding, I may end up being gone for a little while to try and help with some of those things. But that's just part of life. So just bear with us if we have that happen. But think about that. Think about your neighbors. If they have some living in low-lying areas, be cautious, be considerate, and pay attention to what's happening around us. We need each other. There's so many times that there's things we could do together, but we can't do them by ourselves. And I'm realizing that as I'm getting a little older, and I realize I'm still young compared to some people, but I'm starting to feel it a little bit that I can't do the things I did when I was 25 or 30. And I'm starting to need people more. And let's remember to help each other, especially as spring is coming. Pollen in the air, so people have allergies, but also we have this flooding thing that's a very serious risk that we have coming up. Let's pay attention to what's happening around us and see what we can do to help each other if there's people who are in times of need. So thank you so much for watching this. I look forward to seeing you again sometime here in the near future. And blessings to you. And take care and hope to see you in the store sometime. Bye-bye.